Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this quick card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website, and you'll be able to just click the link and print it out for yourself. I'm using Good Feelings, and I'm using the 2 3/8 circle punch. I also have a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. This is a retired Stampin' Up. If you don't have two punches that you can make yourself a mat for one of the circles, you may want to use Stylish Shapes, or you could actually cut it out as a square. That would work as well. If you were watching my videos last week, I showed how I selected these products using my Evernote Notebook, and it was really an easy way for me to kind of visualize what the card might look like. I am using Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper, and that drove my colors. So I'm using Lost Lagoon and Crushed Curry and a little bit of white. And I have this Lost Lagoon ribbon and also these faceted gems, which also have Lost Lagoon. And my ink is Lost Lagoon. Let me show you first of all how I cut this piece of paper, because I'm using both sides of this, and the way I cut it I was trying to figure out a way to get the full sheet or the full large layer with this and still have paper here, and I thought I was going to have to use two different pieces of paper for one card, but no, I don't need to do that. I first want to cut 2 inches off this side. Whoops, I was using the scoring blade. That makes this 2-inch piece is going to be used for the 1-inch strips here. Those are 1 by 4, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those down to 1 by 4. I do have that little square, and then cut these down to 1 inch each. That leaves this piece for the front, and so I'm going to cut this to 5 1/4. And this piece you can use on the inside of the card if you'd like. And also that works really nicely for these pieces from the Crushed Curry. So these are 4 1/4 by 1 1/4, so I'll cut this down to 1 1/4. And I need 2 of those. And I can use this little strip for the inside of my card if I'd like. This large layer that's 4 by 5 1/4 goes on the inside. I have already scored this cardstock 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Scored it at 4 1/4, so this goes on the inside. And I can go ahead and put this on here if I'd like. And I could use this piece on the inside. That might be pretty. In fact, I think I will. This way. So I'm just going to put that down with a little bit of white showing down here. Which way do I want to do it? Maybe that way. Let's do that. could go either way. And I just need to snip those off, and I can go ahead and put this on the inside of my card. And this piece can go right directly onto the front of the card. These two strips can go onto my crushed curry. This strip is a different color of paper from the same pack. There are quite a few papers, and I just picked this one to be down here. This is going all the way across, so it's 4 1/4. Oh, no, this piece is 4. That's okay. That will look just fine. I'm going to tie a knot around here. And I do not know how to tie knots or bows without these craft tweezers. I got these craft tweezers with the embossing kit. And I love being able to tie my knot and clip this on. And I do tie it so it's got a little bit of a bow to it. And I can get rid of that little bit of a bow after I've tied my knot. So I'm going to pull this one tight, snug it up here. And that way it ends up really pretty snug. So these pieces can go on the front. And I'm pretty much centering them. I do want to watch whatever stripe is here. I just kind of want that line centered. And the dark green does have an up and a down, so I'm going to make sure and have those facing the same way. And this is going to go across. And I want a little peek of the designer series paper. And then I just need to add my circle element. My smallest punch is the 2 1/4 inches, and if you have a little bit smaller one, you might want to use it, but you can see that this pretty much fills up this whole circle. And that 2 3/8 is just a little bit larger. So the larger circle is going to be the frame. So this gets centered with a small border. And we'll put dimensionals on the back. You could certainly have more dimensionals on this card if you like. I like to only have one layer of dimensionals so that there's not a problem at the post office. So I'm going to put that about here. I want to overlap all the layers, at least a little bit. That should be just fine. And I talked about being careful for the post office. These are a little bit thicker than some of our gems, so you probably need to be careful about postage for this. It may cost a little extra. So I'm putting my gems in a row here, pretty much even with the top. And there we go. A pretty quick and easy card. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Home near the top of my page and you'll find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient, how to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, or color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find lots of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. More organization means more time for stamping. You can learn about my Evernote Notebook. I have a note for every current product that Stampin' Up! Has for sale right now. It really makes finding just exactly what you want very easy. And you can create your own notebook and search through all of the things that you own to find just what you need. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.